say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know so close, no matter how far. It couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know I never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. Hold these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view.
It has long been a tradition for the father of the bride to hand over his daughter to the bridegroom on her wedding day. I have yet to see a father willing to do this, so I'd like to ask Kirsty's father, Phil, 2 questions. Phil, are you happy for Kirsty to be married to Jack today? And do you welcome him into your family as one of your own?
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so just take your seat. Welcome everyone to Jack and Kirsty's wedding, or as a little girl said to me the other day, Kai's wedding. My name's Sheila Lottie, and I'm a marriage officer with the Independent Humanist Ceremonies. I was delighted when Kirsty and Jack asked me to conduct their wedding ceremony here in the magnificent surroundings of Dunnottar Castle. This is such a special day, a celebration of a 15-year relationship. They are thrilled that you have all came here today to join in the celebrations. Before we begin the ceremony, Kirsty and Jack would like to take this opportunity to remember those special people who can't be with us today, and yet we still hold close to our hearts. Kirsty and Jack will light a candle which will burn throughout the ceremony. Throughout the world, wedding ceremonies take many different forms. Some couples choose to exchange their vows in a religious ceremony. and others do so in the presence of a registrar. In deciding to have a humanist ceremony, Kirsty and Jack have chosen to marry in a way they feel best represents who they are and how they live their lives together. No matter what form the ceremony takes, the principal purpose is the same, to recognise that two people have found each other, choose to marry and spend their lives together. Whatever our individual beliefs are, we're all here today as one, to celebrate the marriage of this special couple. This ceremony is intended to be relaxed and informal so that we can all enjoy the experience and make it truly a day for them to remember for the rest of their lives. Humanism means believing we've only one life and we should make the best of it. We should try to live happy and fulfilled lives and help others to do so. That the way to achieve this is to live responsibly, be unselfish, kind and considerate towards each other. Think rationally about right and wrong, considering the consequences of our actions and trying to do the right thing. Together, Kirsty and Jack have chosen the words and readings you will hear during today's ceremony. A huge thank you to their guests who travelled a distance to be here. But no matter how near or far you've travelled to be here today, each of you is a very important part of this day for Kirsty and Jack as you witness the commitment they are making to each other. Today is more special by having their parents here. Kirsty's parents, Phil and Jane, and Jack's, Gina, Dave, and his stepdad Joe. Have them making a happy family occasion of their siblings. Fran, Nathan, Zoe, Maddie, Judy, Fergus and their families. Sadly, Kirsty's brother Dylan and his family can't be here, but we know he's thinking of you and sending his love. Kirsty wishes to thank her friends from school, Janice and Claire, and Jack's sister, Zoe, for agreeing to be bridesmaids. I'm sure you all enjoyed it.
Must be a bloke coming in.
I'm sure you all enjoyed the build up to the wedding. And who could have failed to notice our handsome page boy Kai, Kirsty and Jack's boy. Jack's friend Gordon is his best man. Aye, let's see if you're thanking him after, once you've heard his speech later. Kirsty's brothers, Bran and Nathan, are groomsmen. And Jack's brother, Judy, is multitasking, wearing many hats today, but an important part of the bridal party. So, what is Kirsty and Jack's story so far? Their journey that's brought them to this day. They met when they were both working at the Riva Bingo. Jack the bingo caller, and he was a major flirt. They got on well, and when Kirsty became bar supervisor, Jack just became a little bit more interested in her, paying her a lot more attention. Nothing to do with the free beer, Jack.
Honestly.
I think you should turn round and let your guests see your pose. We did say it was informal. The night before they were both invited to a friend's engagement party, Kirsty dreamt she'd kissed Jack, something that freaked her out. Her dream became a reality, and they became more than just friends and got on great. When management heard about the relationship, they weren't too pleased, but equally thought it wouldn't last, as Jack and Kirsty were so different. I think that's one of the reasons that makes the relationship work so well. Their different personalities complement each other. Jack being very laid back and Kirsty that little bit more serious. Yet they have so much in common. The same sense of humour. Laughter is first and foremost. Even during arguments, they usually find something to laugh about most days. Management insisted that they didn't chat unless it was job related when at work, so they started leaving notes for each other. knowing where they would find them. In the cellar, behind the bar, a form of communication that was continued in their lives. They went on a last-minute telesticks holiday to Wales. Who remembers scouring the TV screen for last-minute bargains? I bet Stephen Wilson does. Being together that week, they both realised there was something different about this relationship. They loved exploring castles and just being together. Kirsty had bought a flat, so Jack moved in shortly after. Sometimes they were passing ship with shift work, so they created a pin board to communicate with each other, important and funny messages. They started making long-term plans and decided to buy a house together. They moved in with Jack's mum so they could save for a deposit and prepare the flat for sale. I think they stayed about a year, is that right?
Stayed a long time.
Yeah.
A lot longer than a year.
Maybe it just seemed longer than a year.
No, believe me, it was longer than a year.
They bought their first home in Ellen and have created a lovely, warm and welcoming home to raise their son Kai in. Jack knew he wanted to spend the rest of his life with Kirsty, so started saving and bought a beautiful, unique ring, a very Kirsty ring. He decided that what better way to propose than attach the ring to a note in the pin board at home. That Christmas morning, Kirsty, of course, didn't see it, despite passing back and forth several times. Poor Jack had to take her by the hand and physically show her the note. A surprised, delighted and speechless Kirsty accepted. We all know Jack and Kirsty have been on quite a journey, sharing a very sad and difficult time. No doubt they are stronger as a couple because of this. Towards the end of the ceremony, we'll have a special celebration to reflect this. They have taken their time to plan today, wanting to create a unique and awesome way to marry. What a great job you've done. I'd like to invite Janice to read an extract from my favourite book of Kirsty and Jack's that has a special meaning to them. Oh, the Places You'll Go, from Dr. Seuss.
Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're not on your own and you know what you know, and you are the couple who decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, looking over with care. About some you'll say, we don't choose to go there. With your heads full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any and you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who'll soar to great heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have all the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be best of the best. Wherever you go, you'll top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with so many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.5% guaranteed. Kids, you'll move mountains.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've come to the heart of today's ceremony, where Jack and Kirsty will make their legal declaration to each other and exchange the rings. Jack, please repeat after me. I, Jack Edward Stanislaw Cox,
I, Jack Edward Stanislaw Cox,
sincerely declare
sincerely declare. Not sincerely declare.
that you marry me. that I accept you, Kirsty Emily James Mill Bishop,
that I accept you, Kirsty Emily Jane Mills Bishop,
in marriage as my lawful wedded wife.
in marriage as my lawful wedded wife.
Kirsty, please repeat after me, looking at Jack. I, Kirsty Emily Jane Mills Bishop,
I, Kirsty Emily J. Mills Bishop,
sincerely declare
sincerely declare
that I accept you, Jack Edward Stanislaw Cox,
that I accept you, Jack Edward Stanislaw Cox,
in marriage as my lawful wedded
in
husband.
marriage as my lawful wedded husband.
Will you take her as your wife? Will you love her all your life? Will you take him by the hand and make a husband of this man? Will you have and also hold, just as you have at this time told?
Yes, I'll take her as my wife,
And I will love him all my life.
and we will have and we will hold, just as this time we have been.
Will you love through good and bad, whether you're happy or sad? Will you love each other if you're rich